What's good, family? Listen, in this video, I'm going to teach you about a concept you haven't really heard of before. I'm going to tell you about the 4 levels to corporate photo and video. Because like the song says, y'all, there's levels to this. Let's get into it. You heard that right, y'all. There really are levels to this corporate photo and video game. And I was thinking about this the other day because I wanted to come up with a way for people in the corporate photo and video space to kind of give them a barometer, right? A gauge of kind of where they are as far as price point, but more specifically, as far as the types of events they find themselves booking and what that next level event could and might look like for them. So, you're hearing it here first, y'all. These are the 4 levels of corporate photo and video. The 4 levels to their events, right? Level 1, this is what we're gonna call the mixer. The mixer is going to be literally as few as 1 hour, but usually it's about 2. And it's usually gonna max out around 5 or 6 hours, right? Let's call it 2 to 6 hours, okay? This is a networking mixer. This is, an opening night party at an event, or like the real event happened, but they're gonna hire you to shoot like the after party, right? A grand opening at a hotel, the grand opening at a spa or a studio, just like a quick little event, right? Yay, we just want a couple photos, nothing serious, and always local, right? Of course, these are ground floor events. This is low-hanging fruit. There are lots of these available. And if you are making that pivot, into corporate photo and video, or you have already made that pivot, this is going to be what I call your bread and butter, right? These are everywhere. They're happening all the time. There's likely one happening in your city right now. You just don't know about it. So this is going to be your level 1 event, okay? This is something that's going to keep your calendar full throughout the year in between the level 2, 3, and 4 events. Just something to keep a little bit of revenue coming in, keep that client rapport building going strong, get that relationship going. Also, this is a gateway event. I made a video about how to turn a $3,000 client into a $30,000 client, right? And the nuance in that video is that you're gonna shoot a lot of level 1 events, right? Level 1, like this is the entryway. This is how you come in and demonstrate your capabilities, your abilities, your personality, how you solve problems. Like, this is how you do that, okay? So don't feel like, don't ever, what's the phrase? Don't ever despise humble beginnings, or whatever the phrase is. Like, this is humble beginnings, all right? This is level 1 events, okay? Level 2 events. Let's call this the day rate event, or let's call this the day event, okay? This is going to be a full day event. We're talking about between 6 to 8 hours, okay? This is where someone says, hey, we have like a 1-day conference, or, a small summit. This is our first or second time putting this event on. We're depending on our budget, we're trying to debate on if we want to do 8 hours or 5 or 6. So just depending on the price you give us, that's going to kind of determine what we can afford, okay? You will hear that, okay? So, level 2 events. You can actually skip over level 1 and go straight to level 2, depending on the strength of your portfolio, depending on your positioning, and if there's some word of mouth referrals coming in. You actually don't have to always go straight to level 1 events for every single client. But in the beginning of your corporate photo and video journey, you likely will. I'm at a point in my career where most of my clients are actually level 3 and 4. We'll get there. Let's spell it out, okay? Follow me now. Stay locked in. So yeah, you're level 2. This is where you're going to get the opportunity to make a decent sized bag, a day rate of, $2,000, $3,000, $3,500. This level 2 event is kind of your foot in the door to experience what it's like to get that type of money simply for one day of work. A lot of us, there's kind of this mental hurdle we have of charging more money for our photo and video services because this is our art, this is our craft. A lot of us, this was a passion that started. But you guess what? You can have passion and profit at the same time, okay? You can get to the art and get to the bag. Both can happen at the same time. And this is the springboard for that, okay? So, level 3. Woo, here we go now. Come on now. I can see the bags falling out the sky. Where you at, bags? Come on now. Level 3. This is the multi-day conference. Woo! This is where someone comes to you and says, hey, I have a 2-day event, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 5-day. I've seen some events, 6-day conferences. I need 3 photographers for 4 days in a row. I need 2 photographers and 2 videographers for 5 days. The limitless combinations, okay? This is a level 3 event. You are not going to start here, okay? Now, you may become fortunate, right place, right time, and book some of these a little earlier in your career than others. But when I talk about the bag, do not be under any illusion, do not get your hopes up that you're just gonna come out the gate and book a conference, a level 3 event. You're likely gonna have to shoot some 1s and some 2s, right? Some 2s and some fews, and then boom, one day, just out of thin air, this bag is gonna descend from heaven right into your lap. And they're gonna want you. And as long as you have your positioning, your pricing, and your authority intact, you will get that bag, okay? Now, this is also where you begin to explore the possibility of traveling, because it is very common for clients, for associations, corporations, nonprofits to have a traveling annual conference because they have members across the United States. And so they don't want to just have it in Miami every single year because somebody in Portland has to take a 5.5, 6 hour flight, and it's not fair. So they bounce around. Some people bounce from coast to coast, right? North to south. Some people literally just zigzag. Or some people hit, top 25 cities or top 10 cities in order. But either way, level 3 events are how you are going to start to get out in these streets with corporate JT and start not only getting the bag, but traveling while you do it. But that's typically going to happen at level 3, okay? Now, before I go any further, let me backtrack and talk a little bit more about the price points at each level. On level 1, you're going to be talking about $500 to $1,500. You're going to live somewhere in that level 1 space, okay? Level 2, you're going to be living in anywhere from that $1,500 to $3,500 range, okay? When we get into conferences, now this is a pretty big range. It just depends on if you have a team, if they want multiple people, all that. But on the low end, I'm gonna say you're gonna be at about $5,000. You're gonna make a jump up from $3,500 to about $5,000. But it could be between $5,000 and $100,000. I kid you not, one event. That's the possibility of, who is calling me? Hold on just one second. Blap, spam risk. That is what's waiting for you in level 3, okay? Let's talk about level 4. Ooh, now, funny thing is, level 4 might not pay as much as level 3 actually, but level 4 is like, it might even be a bonus level, honestly. Level 4 is what level 4 is what I like to call the experience. Ooh, yeah. Level 4 is an event where they're gonna have yoga in the mornings. They're gonna have wine tasting. They're gonna have an off-site boat ride in downtown Chicago. They're gonna find a local Michelin-rated chef to prepare hors d'oeuvres and a 5-course meal for a small number of C-suite executives that flew in from around Earth. That's an experience. They're not in a conference room. They're not at a podium with a big white projector. No, we are at a location. We're in a mountain somewhere. We're in Sonoma. We're at Monterey at Pebble Beach. I keep naming these places because these are places I've been and I know them well, okay? Like, we're in Miami in Biscayne Bay. We're on that's an experience. These are events, you might do 1 to 2 experiences per year. They don't happen all the time. Now, as far as the price for the experience, that price is actually going to mirror the conference price because they will have some conference elements mixed in, but technically I don't consider it a conference, okay? Now, let me bring it all full circle. If you want to turn a $3,000 client into a $30,000 client, I just gave you the roadmap. You got your level 1 events, you got your starter events, you got your level 2, we got that next level up. Maybe they want you to shoot a full day. Then they got the conference and the experience. Now, here's the interesting thing. In that video where I talked about turning a $3,000 client into a $30,000 client, I mentioned the idea of being patient because you're likely not at a place where you can come straight into level 3 and 4. However, what I've discovered is that does not mean that these clients don't have level 3 and 4 events. They just don't trust you to shoot it yet because they just met you. So guess what? Jonathan over here, who we've been working with for 10 years, he shoots our experiences and our conferences. But John is sick, or Marie, she's on maternity leave. Let's just go find a quick little photographer to shoot this little level 1 event. And listen, I'll be bringing stuff full circle 720 degrees. That's why I always tell you, I don't care if it's 1 hour or 100 days, you show up and you show out at every single event that you shoot. Shoot the event like you're getting paid $1 million, because if you get a foot in the door and they like you, they like your work, positioning, pricing, authority, you vibe with the crew, the work is delivered on time, the work is solid, they not gonna call you back? I doubt it. I doubt it, y'all. I'm telling you from experience. You and the thing is, you're not trying. Your goal isn't to steal a client. Your goal is to be the best you can be. Your goal is to, what do I say? Scale and grow your corporate photo and video business. And the fastest way to do that, in addition to everything I've ever told you, is to just show up and be the best you can be, regardless of the level of event you're shooting. 1 through 4, kill it, dominate, make them love you, make them feel like, I know we've been working with this guy for a decade, but can we bring it? Can we bring her back? Can we bring him back? That was, the whole experience was top notch from top to bottom. So this is the timeline of it. You might have to shoot a couple of level 1 events. Then once you've shot a couple level 1 events, that's when you get the email. Hey, hey Jarrell, hey John, hey Susie, hey whoever. Guess what? I know, historically you've only shot our annual mixer, but we actually have our annual President's Gala coming up, and our last photographer just flaked. So can you shoot it? It's going to be 10-hour event, we need photo and video. We need, images and a recap video. We might even do some interviews in there. How much do you charge? Ooh, come on now. Listen, I am telling you exactly how it's gonna go down, okay? So, to recap, y'all, 1 through 4, we have the mixer, the day rate or the day event, we have the conference, or what we might call the multi-day conference, and we have the experience. Do not despise or feel, don't disregard level 1 events. I have a pretty deep vocabulary, but honestly, that's the best way to describe it. I need you to shoot an event better than anyone's ever shot an event for that client. Okay? Do those level 1 events. Do those level 2 events. Okay? Level 2 events. And then after you've been a little bit patient, because if you're impatient, you seem thirsty and desperate for money. And we're not going to be that, okay? Because this is about rapport building and relationship building above and beyond the money. The money is there. It's literally all around you. But if you don't know how to grab it, you're going to grab it and it's either going to slip through your fingers, or you're going to grab it and then you're going to get distracted and it's going to escape you anyway. Okay? Be patient, reach out, inquire about any other events, be curious, look at their website, see what needs they have. And after you feel as though you have built that rapport, then you can reach out to them if they don't reach out to you, okay? But this is how it's gonna go down. So, hey guys, in the comments, man, first of all, thank you for watching this video as long as you have. In the comments, y'all, let me know which level you are at, all right? I'm gonna see my 1s down in the comments, I'm gonna see my 2s, but I'm trying to see who's on that 4, okay? Who got the 4? Because that's where I'm at, okay? So if you're trying to get to that level 4, be mindful of the information in this video. Reference some of my other videos. Make sure you watch the very next video after this one. And guys, thank you as always for watching. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Whoa, my bad. I am out here just not doing my due diligence as a driver. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, man, you are in the right place. This is Corporate JT. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. And I will catch you guys in the next video, man. Let's get this bag. Let's get it.